Kiefer does not have any headphones on anymore, but he's not watching the monitor. He's turned around. But let's remind everybody, look at your, what's the mystery word again? Oh, ah! Oh. We all right? You all gave the word away. I was going to put it on there, and then you're calling it out. I wonder, did he hear that? He didn't? Oh. All right. Everybody's tired yawning like that. All right, our first guest stars is the intense Jack Bauer on the hit Fox show 24. Let's watch him in action. Please welcome back Kiefer Sutherland. Good.
Oh, thank you.
Are you cold, or you just because that's a good look? Whether you're cold or not, wear it.
I was kind of embarrassed. I had to wear a scarf today because the shirt I'm wearing underneath it is covered in paint. And the reason why I'm wearing this shirt is because we had a bet the last time I was here.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
I didn't know you did.
We had a bowling game, and I did leave for work today prepared. We had a bowling game which I lost. And I promised that I would wear a kilt if I came back on the show.
Right.
And bless your heart.
Yeah.
And in my car is a kilt, but the shoes, the shirt, and everything else is back at work.
Oh, no.
Because I took off so quick to get here that I forgot half my stuff.
You can't wear a kilt with something else? You have to have the whole outfit? I would have been fine with just the kilt and a jacket or something.
Just the kilt and the jacket? I will remember that for next time.
And you have paint under here?
I do.
Oh,
I have a
tiny
couple
bit.
stains. Yeah.
I always say that happened on the way over when I've got something like that. I put it on going, oh, I'll just say it happened in the car.
Yeah, it did. It happened in the car.
Yeah. All right. Well, hello, Kiefer, William, Frederick, Dempsey, George, Rufus, Sutherland. I just wanted to officially... that really is your name, right?
Now, and the other... I was watching the beginning of the show, and you had another lady...
Poppy Montgomery.
And she had quite a long name as well.
Petal, Emma, Elizabeth, Devereaux... something. I'm missing one, I believe, but that's her name, too.
Yeah, I've never actually heard that for real before.
I hadn't either, and it's a coincidence, the two you on.
Her father must have owed a lot of people money as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's the joke in our family is that in lieu of payment, my father would tell people, you know, I'll name my first son after you. So I have a long name.
Well, that's only 5 people. It depends on how much money that you... But, well, you can help out with that now. You're doing all right. 24 is a huge hit. It just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. We've been so lucky with it. The writers came up with just a fantastic idea, and every year they just amaze all of the actors with what they're able to come up with. And more people are watching the show this year than ever before, and so we're very grateful. Thank you all very much.
Good. Yeah, it all boils down to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think people forget that it really is, that, you know, the reason things stay on the air is because of you. It really is, it's got nothing to do with anything else. You can have the most talented cast, you can have great writers, but it really is who's watching. And
absolutely, absolutely. And we've been really fortunate because the group of people that started watching the show has stayed with us from the very beginning. So, again, thanks very much.
And you actually, it's interesting because I love hearing stories of who was roommates with who when people are starting out. When you first
starving?
When you were starving. Tell people who your roommates were. It's amazing.
When I first moved to California, I lived in an apartment with Sarah Jessica Parker, Robert Downey Jr., Billy Zane, another wonderful actor, Tom O'Brien, and Justin Williams.
Wow. You all lived in one apartment?
Well, Billy Zane was smart enough. As soon as he could, he got the apartment across the way. But yeah, we all lived in the same apartment. And what was really interesting at that time was it was at the very beginning of our careers. We were all very fortunate. We all met kind of working. So we were getting jobs, but no one was all working at the same time. So, it was usually, you know, for 1 year, Bobby Downey had Saturday Night Live, so he was gone quite a lot.
And he and Sarah were a couple at the time, right?
And they were a couple at the time, and then Sarah would work a lot. And I remember the reason why they let me in the apartment in the first place was because I was in charge of building the sun deck while the two of them were off working. And so that's what I did for a whole summer, and for that I got a room.
Do you ever go back to that apartment and see what it looks like?
I've driven by a couple
Yeah.
times.
Is your deck still there?
Yes, it is actually.
Really? That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah, it's oddly enough, it's off of a Beechwood Canyon, which is kind of on the east side of Los Angeles, and I'm not going to give away the exact address, but it was an old coach house for Charlie Chaplin's horses.
Wow.
Which I found amazing that Bobby ended up delivering such a beautiful performance as
In
Charlie
Chaplin.
Chaplin. Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the fact that you're about to become a grandfather, which is you're 38 years old and you're about to be a grandfather.
I'll explain the math.
Yes,
in a minute.
all right. All right, let's check in with the Riff Raff room, see how they're doing. We'll be right back. We're back with Kiefer Sutherland. All right, so explain this. You're 38 and you're about to be a grandfather. How does that happen?
I married a woman named Camellia Kath, and she had a 9-year-old daughter. I was 20 years old, and her daughter's name was Michelle. Her father was Terry Kath, who died very sadly when she was 3 years old, and I've raised her since she was 9. And she is now 28 years old, and she got married in May, and we've counted all the months, and she's having a baby in February.
Wow. And she's marrying a co-star of yours, right? You were in a movie?
I did a film called To End All Wars in Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was beautiful there.
I bet it is. Did you learn the language or anything?
Didn't have time.
No? No?
No.
No. Well, when you left and you got on the plane, what'd you say to everybody?
Aloha. Did I win something?
That's it. What did they win?
You each won a $50 gift card to Pier 1 Imports. Pier 1 is the one-of-a-kind items to express your personal style.
This is the most fun I've had all week.
Yeah. All right, our home viewers can also win Pier 1 gift cards. Just log on to our website and see how you can do that. I'm sorry to interrupt, but basically that's where it was. It was Hawaii. And
it was Hawaii. They met they met quickly. They lied to me for about a year about seeing each other, even after I begged him to stay away from my daughter. And they're a wonderful couple. The fact that he came all the way over from Scotland to ask for her hand in marriage meant a lot, and
that's you with your daughter at the wedding, which is a really sweet picture.
Yeah.
That's great. Wearing a kilt for her, but not for me.
Yeah.
All right, next time, will you promise me you'll wear the kilt?
I do,
yeah,
and I will not forget the accoutrements.
Thank you so much. 24 airs Mondays at 9 o'clock on Fox. Everybody's getting the entire third season
great.
now.